Welcome guys, thank you so much for joining in. So how bad does the price of Bitcoin looks right now? If you are also a Bitcoin holder just like me, then this video is definitely going to be a must watch video because I have prepared some very interesting scenario that could be playing out next as a possible outcome of this price movement what we witnessed yesterday. So if that is what you wanted to hear, then please hit that like button, and for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit that subscribe button and the bell. So now, without wasting any time, let's dive into the content. So before we zoom into the daily and also in a smaller time frame, let's zoom out a little bit and look at this here, weekly time frame, because in a weekly, the price, even after the shakeout what we witnessed yesterday, looks absolutely normal, because I have been very clear on this movement. Unless the price is not breaking below this 0.236 Fibonacci line that is lying around 43,000 price range, we are not going to call this a bearish price movement. And also similar scenario here to the upside. Unless we are not breaking out of this resistance from the 0.382 Fibonacci extension line, which is around $51,891, we are also not going to call this movement here in this manner a bullish price movement. So as long as we are going to be trapped in between these two Fibonacci extension line, we are expecting more of a range bound type of scenario playing out before price chooses an actual trend direction, because I've been very clear. The indicators here are still in favor of bulls. You can see the MACD is still a bullish MACD cross. RSI line still above 50 level. True strength indicator, it is still in favor of bulls. T3CCI still in a positive territory. So the indicators right now are still in favor of bulls, even though we are seeing this shakeout type of scenario playing out for Bitcoin. So that's why if you have any confusion in a smaller time frame, even in a daily time frame, just zoom out a little bit and look at this in a weekly time frame. And now if we look at this price action here in a daily time frame, let me show you this one very interesting chart. Now again, coming back to this price structure, you can see very clearly price of Bitcoin is now above 50 exponential moving average. We must defend this in a daily time frame at any cost if we want to see any sort of a impulsive move playing for Bitcoin, because we are aware this 50 exponential has always been a strong line of support again and again once the support from this 20 exponential was broken, right? So you can see every time when we came around this 50 exponential, we also saw really nice bounce off it. So that's why you can see the 20 exponential has already been broken and we are finding ourselves around this 50 exponential moving average. So in a daily, if the price does remain above this 50 exponential moving average, then we could still expect some sort of an impulsive movement playing out for Bitcoin. Why? Because you can see here, yesterday, if you have watched my video, I showed you with very simple scenario. This CPI indicator, because I haven't seen so far any indicator this accurate as CPI indicator, because this is a leading indicator. I saw people commenting, you are showing us lagging indicator, but this CPI, guys, is a leading indicator and it gives us information beforehand. That's why when the price of Bitcoin, let me go back here a bit. You can see when the price of Bitcoin was around 46,000, 47,000 price range, the CPI indicator at 1st of September already placed the price target. You can see this green dot. This was our resistance line and also looked as a price target for this September month, the first price target, and that was lying around $52,712. As time passed, you can see the price here got gravitated towards the CPI line, the monthly R1 line, right? You can see here, and exactly when we reached the top CPI line, we also found a strong rejection. And you can see here, boom, when we came there, we got a bigger rejection, and all of a sudden, since this was a VCPR, we got gravitated towards the CPI line to find support. And yesterday, guys, yesterday, when we saw this fake out, you can see the price did manage to find support at this bottom CPI line. So this bottom CPI line that was lying around 43,931 or also 44,000 did actually held the price. And now, if you look at this one here, the current Bitcoin price action, you can see the bottom CPI, the final support from this CPI line did held the price. We had a really nice bounce and now we are finding rejection from the top CPI line. So what to expect next for Bitcoin? So if we are finding a strong rejection at this top CPI line that is lying around $46,081, guys, if we do manage to flip this resistance into support, then I am actually going to expect some more upward price movement playing out for Bitcoin. But if we do see rejection, just like here, you can see in the past Bitcoin price action, we were not able to break out of this top CPI line, we got a pullback. So that's why I'm saying if we do get a rejection from this top CPI line for now, we could still retest the central CPI line just like here. So the central CPI right now is around 45,000. So this 45,000 for me is going to be a strong line of support. And if we do see also a pullback around this 45,000 and price finding support around this range, this is going to be another, for me, a bullish scenario. Why? Because then we will be forming this inverse head and shoulder type of scenario for Bitcoin. So that is going to be very, very interesting, because in an inverse head and shoulder, right, as soon as we break out of the neckline here is not just only going to be the neckline from the inverse head and shoulder, but also the top CPI line that is lying around $46,081. So if we do manage to flip this resistance into support, then I am actually expecting some sort of impulsive movement to play out here in the immediate short term for Bitcoin. And why this scenario could still be in favor of bulls is because, so if we look at this price action right now here in a 4-hour time frame, you can see, guys, the price of Bitcoin formed this falling wedge. And if you have watched my video from yesterday, we did talk about this falling wedge. Any sort of a price pullback around this bottom CPI line, right, this 44,000, and the lower line area of this falling wedge, which was also sitting around 44,000 range, is going to be acting as a support. And you can see this line did prevented the price to continue here to the downside. And now if you look at this price carefully, guys, it might be breaking out of here very, very soon, because this falling wedge is in favor of bulls. In the similar scenario in the past Bitcoin price action, whenever we had this pull back in this manner, the falling wedge scenario, you can see, right, this was also more in favor of bulls. You can see once we broke out of this upper line area, right, we started this new move here to the upside. So this similar scenario could be also playing out right now here in Bitcoin price action. But please keep this in mind. This breakout doesn't mean now we are going to continue this rally here to the upside. We have to overcome this 46,000 resistance from the CPI line and also the inverse head and shoulder scenario, which I just showed you, right? So if this is going to be inverse head and shoulder, then we also want this neckline to get broken around 46,000. So it doesn't matter whatever scenario we look, we want the price to clearly find a proper support above this 46,000 price range, because if we do, right, manage to find support above this, then this trend here could continue slowly here to the upper direction, guys. But any sort of a rejection, just like here towards the CPI line, the central CPI line, as I've said you, if this rejection is going to be there and we are going to see a pullback at least toward the CPI line, which is around 45,000, then we could also be seeing a move here to retest this previous temporary resistance line. And if we do see a support and also price breaking out of it, then this is going to give us a great opportunity to place long trade, guys. And also if you look at this divergence indicator, it is actually flashing us a bullish divergence. So this price movement right now could still be in favor of bulls. So these are some of the scenarios I see right now looking at the price action of Bitcoin. If you enjoyed my work, then please hit the like button. And for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit that subscribe button and the bell. So by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye, guys.